The targets, a Jewish outreach centre at Neerman House, popular tourist spot Leopold's Cafe, the luxury hotels, the Taj Mahal and the Oberoi Trident across the peninsula, the Karma Hospital and the Chhatrapati Shivaji railway station.
You have to understand that we were in a small hotel that became a war zone around us because the explosions, the bombs, the fires, the smoke, the gunfire went on and on and on for almost 3 days.
Here there are two of us, one of them my son, one of myself, and my goodness, you want to be protective of your son. And I later on told John, I said, if you had to leave me here because I couldn't run, you better get out, you know. His life has had to increase, but at my age, my life is decreasing, you know. Therefore, he's the one that ought to go quickly.
You know, we're in it together, so you know, if I had a chance to run and leave him, there's no way I was going to run and leave him, you know. So that was ridiculous to me. It's noble of Joe to say that, and I appreciate it, but there's no way I would have run and left him there as long as he's alive, you know, as long as there's a chance.
I was grappling to walk down, just to get down, coughing and coughing and coughing. I didn't even know there was anything there. I didn't know there was terrorists. I didn't know anything. It's just that there was like, finally, yes, there was a loud sound like a bomb and it was dark and smoke, and we were just getting out. And there was like, which door do you go? Straight, to the right? We didn't know. So we decided, I said, you know what, let's go straight. And in that split second, I chose to live. It was life. Because had we been on the right, we would have been right in where they were killing. At the reception, killed everybody.
44 hours later, there is the sound of a pounding at the door. And like an idiot, I said, "Who is it?" And they didn't answer. They just said, "Open up." And I could peek through the little peek hole, and I saw 5 Indian men with machine guns pointed at us. I said one more prayer, and I opened the door. And they said, "Hands up!" And up my hands went. They didn't know if there were terrorists in the room, if we were hostages. So they searched the room, and then they said their third word in English, "Relax." So they took us and we walked down 15 flights and out to the street.
After a while the shooting stopped. And then a voice called out, "If anyone can move, come this way." So I moved Naomi's arm and it seemed very lifeless. And then I had to climb out over Alan to get out from under the table. And then I noticed that he had been shot in the head, and inner voice just said, "He's gone, and she's gone."
And we came out of that room and we could not recognize the hotel. It was a total war zone. We walked out and down the interior fire escape into the lobby where they had swept a path with a push broom through the blood and the debris. And so I had to go into that, stepping over bodies and walking through blood and debris and find their bodies and identify them, which I did.
I was just totally brokenhearted, that's all, and in shock. There was a lot of shock, obviously. Total shock. I didn't feel hatred. I felt sadness, grief, and compassion for human beings. I just felt so much compassion for them. Just couldn't believe it. So misguided and delusional. It's hard to imagine all of those that were involved in carrying out those attacks, how closed up they were.
They can't help how they were born. They were born to kill people. Now, what if my mother had raised me that way? How would I be? I would be off killing people. We're all one. We're all the same. Even the terrorists, we're all the same. on some level. It doesn't mean that we would take their choices. Their choice is certainly not our choice.